Hey guys, welcome to Simply Bitcoin, a channel that breaks down all the daily Bitcoin news from Twitter to important updates to cringy fails. We have it all. Before we get started, drop us a like and don't forget to subscribe. Phil, why don't you take it away with the clock modded dashboard?
All right, here we go. We're looking at a block height of 645,337. The Bitcoin price, 11,384. Wow. Chain rewrite days, 542. The total Lightning capacity at the moment still stands at 1,039.23 BTC. And for today, we've added the hash rate, which is 124.1 exahashes, and the difficulty of 17.6. So the reason why we brought that up is because we're going to take a look at that a little bit later. But yeah, that Bitcoin price, 11,386.
It took a little bit of a bump, Phil. Just a little bit of a bump. Little bit of a bump. But it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, we just stack every day and we don't really care about the daily price fluctuations.
It's daily noise.
It's daily noise. Phil, I think it's time for the daily fail.
Absolutely. And today's daily fail is...
Oh my God.
You know who. Jameson Lopp. I'm so sorry. You know, it's like when I first got into Bitcoin, I paid a lot of attention to this guy. I followed this gentleman. He puts out a lot of great material. And then at one point he started to shill Mimble Wimble Grin. And that was when I unfollowed him. And then today we saw this tweet. Not an equity offering, not your mama's ICO, a guaranteed share of cash flow. Token INX. Okay, so this is going to be an exchange that marries securities and shitcoins. Sorry, altcoins, shitcoins. Anyways, at the end of the day, this is very similar to the current garbage in the cryptocurrency space like KuCoin, right? Where you go to the KuCoin exchange and you can buy their exchange token. Once upon a time, there was another garbage one like this called COS or COS.io. I don't even know if that still exists, but they also did a similar type of thing where you essentially get the exchange token and, either you get paid in the exchange token or the exchange token goes up in value based on how much it's getting used on the exchange. But look, at the end of the day, it's really sad because there's actually some pretty big Bitcoin players on the list of investors in this. And it's just a total Bitcoiner fail. And hey, we can tell that we're heading into the bull run because people are doing stupid things.
Phil, you know what pisses me off, man? First of all, he's selling people an ECR20 token. Okay, like that's the number one. The number two is that this guy has portrayed himself as a Bitcoin maximalist. And dude, I don't care that he's shilling an ICO, but what I do care is that he's leveraging his reputation as a so-called Bitcoin maximalist, which he clearly isn't now, or clearly wasn't, and he's leveraging that power, that platform to Trojan horse Bitcoiners to getting rid of their Bitcoin to invest it in this goddamn shitcoin. And I think that is fucked up.
I'm going to have to agree.
God damn.
Yep. So
it's official. Lopp has been added to the Bitcoin wall, the Bitcoiners wall of shame.
Yep.
Phil, I think it's time for daily.
The lesson.
The lesson. That's right. What is the lesson?
The daily lesson today is destroy your idols. Okay. There's nobody worth idolizing in Bitcoin.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nobody worth idolizing anywhere, but I'm just saying, especially here.
Especially in Bitcoin. All right, Phil, I think it's time for the daily meme review. All right, so here we go. Here's a daily meme review for today. It's by Bitcoin Meme Hub. Congrats to Stool Presidente, which is Dave Portney, for the dumbest tweet of crypto Twitter today. Bitcoin does not give a shit about you. TikTok, 10-minute next block. I like that. Bitcoin is fuck you money, and You don't matter. The sooner you understand, the less you'll wrecked will be. I will save Bitcoin and crypto if they ask me nicely. Well, guess what, David Portnoy? Bitcoin doesn't give a shit about anybody. Honey Badger don't give a fuck. So, you know what? It's not really a meme, but what that was supposed to happen. What's your score on it, Phil?
Okay. I mean, really, as much as I don't like Dave, I'm still going to go with the 7.
Okay.
Yeah. I love Bitcoin Meme Hub, but you know what? Dave Portnoy, he ain't saving anybody. He can barely save himself.
So, Phil, I'm going to give it a solid 8. Why? Because it's a very important lesson for the noobs. So, man, that's a pretty good score for Bitcoin Meme Hub. Good for you, man.
Yep.
Phil, it's time for the Daily News, sponsored by Crypto Cloaks. Okay. Man, this is a big deal. This was a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jerome Powell, and he's the head of the Federal Reserve, is expected to make a major keynote speech on Thursday. This is very significant, guys, and let me explain to you why. Based on industry experts, they all expect, there's a consensus that he's going to announce, wait for it, Phil, a larger inflation rate. And this is what us Bitcoiners have been saying for a very, very long time. It looks like what we've been saying is finally coming to reality. Of course, this hasn't been said yet, but this is what experts are expecting to happen, or they're expecting to announce. So this is kind of a big deal, and this is the guy responsible essentially for pumping your bags.
Hey, Jerome, we salute you.
We salute you, Jerome.
In a terrible system.
Hold
on. If you scroll down though just a bit, you'll see I love the language that they use. Okay, like the first bullets. Okay, the Fed chief is expected to signal tolerance for higher inflation. That language. That's the language that's lubing you up and getting ready to screw you. Okay, I love how they say that we're going to signal tolerance for higher inflation. It's so funny. They speak like this and they think we're all just idiots.
Exactly.
They're all just looking out for our best interest.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Exactly. And man, this is very important. This is very important for us Bitcoiners. Is going to be a significant announcement. And of course, we'll cover it on Thursday. Come back to the Simply Bitcoin Daily Awesome Show. And let's move on to the next piece of news. And it's the same. It's more information about what Bitcoin holders should expect from the Fed. And the key takeaways are the Fed is expected to announce plans to increase inflation. The historic move signal that an unprecedented monetary debasement lies ahead. And this is exactly why Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin back in 2009. And to kind of end the news segment of the show on a more positive note, guys, this is super bullish. The Bitcoin difficulty chart just reached an all-time high from an increase of 3.6% from the latest all-time high, the previous all-time high of July 25th. Now it's August 25th, and now it's at 17.5 I'm not even going to say the word, but it's a slight increase. But what this signifies, guys, is that the miners, it's very capital intensive industry. They're super bullish about the future price of Bitcoin, and they're willing to keep investing in miners and keep investing, which means that the hash rate increases, which means that the difficulty goes higher. This is a super bullish sign. Like I've always said, don't pay attention to the price, pay attention to the hash rate. So This is awesome. And guys, we have a new segment to the show, and Phil's going to take care of it.
All right, here we go, everybody. Let's look at today's software releases. All right, we are going to start off with JoinMarket 0.7.0 released. In that, we've got one-click executable for Windows, preliminary PSBT support, BIP 78 PayJoin support, and Snicker support. That's kind of an interesting name. I should look into that. Next up, we've got BlueWallet version 5.5.4 released. Better PSBT file handling on Android. Tap to open on push notifications. We've got, local currency and a couple of bug fixes. And last up, we've got the new Tails OS version 4.10 released. It's got Tor browser version 9.54 on it with Tor version 0.4.3.6, Electrum version 4.02, and Linux version 5.7.10. That's what we've got for the software releases today.
And of course, guys, we're going to put all that in the link description.
Yep. It'll be in the show notes.
Definitely. Guys, so I just want to announce my podcast for today. It actually dropped today. I interviewed Zlock, the famous artist that nobody's ever heard of. He's the designer of the infamous Honey Badger logo that our buddy Crypto Cloaks made a 3D printed version of. You guys should definitely go check that out. And of course, CoinKite, who makes the Cold card, also uses it at the logo. Up here, you'll see what I'm talking about. And that's our show for today, guys.
All right, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tune in tomorrow if you want simply Bitcoin and no shitcoins.